Hey guys, welcome back to Faith Family Cars. We're out here in the shop today prepping for Holley Ford Fest in Bowling Green, Kentucky. That is our top event every year. We get the cars ready to go. We get them all down there. We hang out with our friends, have a great time. And this year is no different. We are crunch time trying to get things done to vehicles. And you might wonder, what are we doing? Well, we are trying to get this Pinto ready to go. Now, we've been working on the Pinto for about 5 days now. We're 2 days out from Holley Ford Fest. We've been working on it for about 5 days. And yesterday, I finally ran into a bump in the road that's going to keep us from getting this car down there. So you will see that on a separate YouTube video about the Pinto. So we're gonna put out a video covering the whole rear end swap and some other cool changes that we're gonna make to the suspension on this thing. So the Pinto's not gonna make it, unfortunately. Now I hope that I can have it ready for the Hood Billy cruise in that our buddy Mark Frisbee, Built Shoot-A-Bot Garage, is putting on. I'm hoping we have it ready for it because I'd really like to take it on it. It'd be a fun car to take on some of those windy back roads. So right now we are working on the Bullnose. See it out there? It's sitting on jack stands. And why might it be sitting on jack stands? Because we got a whole bunch of stuff going on with it. So let's walk out there and take a look at what we're doing and show you guys what we've got going on. I'm super excited about it. This truck is going to take on a whole different look than it's ever had the whole 6 years I've owned it. So let's step out here and check it out. So we're getting ready to paint the calipers because they're starting to look a little rough. They still got good paint on them, but they're starting to look a little rough. And we also got some suspension parts and bolts that are starting to get a little rusty. I'm going to touch them up with some paint. But we are getting ready to put a different set of wheels on this truck. And because we're going to put different wheels on it, we want to get these rear drums and the front calipers painted so that when you see them through the wheel, that should give you a little idea of what we're doing here. No more steelies. I know, that's what this truck's always had. But when you see that caliper and those drums through the wheel, they won't look so bad. So I'm going to put a little paint on those. And we have no interior. We are 2 days out from Holley Ford Fest and we have no interior. So I'm going to show you guys what we are doing. I do know, yes, you probably noticed, we got a few holes to patch in this floorboard. And we did not know those rust holes were there until we pulled out this insulation mat. And that is when we found them. So I don't have time to repair them before Ford Fest. So when we put the mat back in, we're probably just going to put it in without, we were going to put down some sound deadening and insulation. But what we're probably going to do is just lay the mat in here temporarily to get us through Holley Ford Fest. So I can get in here and patch these small little holes. They're all pretty little. So I don't want to replace the whole floor pans because they're pretty solid. Just a few little spots. So we're going to have to take care of that at some point after Ford Fest. So right now, like I said, we're just going to lay the mat in there and let it go. But we have got new interior parts that I want to show you because I'm not real happy with them. So the garage is a disaster. I had it cleaned up. And then as soon as I got out here and started working on Ford Fest prep and I started getting in a slew of parts, it became a mess real quick. Okay, so I'm going to pull these panels out and I'm going to show them to you. So I ordered this Coverlay interior panel replacement kit. Okay, it came with dash pad, 2-door panels, and kick plates for the bottom of your doors. I wasn't going to use the kick plates because my truck didn't originally have them. So when I got them, I was like, these just don't quite look right. So here is the blue that we've got. This is their dark blue. Now, you guys that know anything about Ford trucks, and maybe I'm wrong, This is a little too light. The dark blue that was in my Bullnose was a lot darker than this. And it was a different shade of blue completely. And I've also know that my brother has a Bullnose, that he has the dark blue interior also, and his is a different shade of blue than this. But I thought, okay, I can go with it. It's not going to go with the new seat very well. I was a little upset about that, but I'm going to go with it. So I decided I'm going to pull out the kick panels. Check them out, because I looked at the, let me get this back in the box. I looked at the dash pad, and it's the same as the door panels, right? So I decided I'm going to get the kick panels out. All right. So I get the kick panel out, and what do we have? We have a different shade of blue. This is the blue of my original Bullnose interior, not the blue on the door panels. Not sure if y'all can see that, but that is a lot different. Let's try to get that in the picture a little bit better. That is a lot different. Nowhere near the same. Again, this is the right color for my truck. This is nowhere near the right color. Honestly, this looks like some of the OBS Ford F-150s that I've seen. The color of those and the texture of the panels. So, that said, I'm not very happy with this kit. I called Summit Racing where I ordered it. They're going to send me out another kit in hopes of the panels being the right color, because they don't know what the deal is. They don't know if Chevrolet changed their molding, who they have making them, or what. But that don't help me out none, because we're too close to Ford Fest, and I just decided to replace all these panels like a week and a half ago, after I had gotten my seat reupholstered. So the seat looks so good, but I'm not going to show y'all till we install it. But after I got my seat reupholstered, I was like, man, I can't put that seat in there without some new panels. So that said, we're getting ready to go to Holley Ford Fest, and I've got some old panels that are in the truck that are starting to show a little bit of age. I mean, I've already refinished them once, like in 2020, so 5 years ago. I refinished them that year, and they looked really great until probably about the last year and a half, and the paint's starting to come off a little bit. But that is what we're going to have to do again to get us through Holley Ford Fest. So I've already started on those panels. So I'm going to show you guys what we got going on here. So here's the dash pad. Let me show you it. Again, the shop is a mess. The dash pad is my biggest concern. As you can see, there's warpage here. There's warpage here. And there's warpage here, which caused it to draw this up. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do about that. So when the garage fire happened, the windshield shattered in the truck. It got so hot, and the truck was sitting 15-20 feet outside the garage. And it got so hot that it melted and warped this dash pad. So I'm just going to, for Ford Fest, do what I can do with it. And then if this new kit comes in and the dash pad's still not the right color, then I'm going to order one from LMC, which is what I should have done to begin with. But LMC's shipping takes a little longer. Summit, for me, usually comes in 2 days. And that kit actually came in like 4 days because it came straight from Chevrolet. So that's where we're at. But here are some of the panels that I have already done. So here is my armrests, which turned out great. Super excited about how good they came out. Way better than they did the last time I did them. But I learned a little bit from that too. Got the kick panels here. And then we got our seat belt panels. This truck is just stripped down truck. So it doesn't have like full pieces of stuff. It's like partial pieces of stuff. I haven't painted the door panels yet, or the A-pillars. So I'm getting ready to do those, and I'll show you all those as I do them. So that's what we've got going on. We got a lot of work to do, right? We got a lot of work to do. We're 2 days away. I have no doubt we're going to have it done, of course. Super excited to walk you all through this process and y'all see what my final vision is of this phase of the truck. Because I guess I'm going to call this phase 2. So it progressively gets better, right? As we do more work to them, they progressively get better. Kind of like our salvation, right? We're constantly being sanctified in Christ. So we are constantly getting better. We're constantly being filled with the fullness of God. So we're not going to be perfect as soon as we get saved, guys. We're going to go through things. We're going to deal with things. And, you know, Ephesians is a real good book to talk to us about being filled with the fullness of God and what that looks like. Go check out Ephesians. And Ephesians chapter 3 talks specifically about being filled with the fullness of God. Paul prays that prayer that we would be filled with the fullness of God. So anyway, let's hop on this. I am currently painting the drums. And so we'll hop on over there and I'll show y'all what we're doing there. So before I paint this other drum, I will give you an update on the Mustang. What am I doing to it? Really nothing. So it doesn't need nothing. I topped all the fluids off and we're going to clean it up and roll with it. This is the one car I rarely have any, well, I don't ever have any problems out of the Bullnose, to tell you the truth. I drive that thing all over the country. The Mustang goes all over the country too. I mean, anywhere I go, I can take it. And I rarely have a problem out of it. But one issue I've had this year is overheating. And I'm not sure what is going on with it. It's like it gets an air pocket in it. And the last time it did this was back in April. And I bled the system, burped the system, and didn't have any more trouble out of it all summer long up until last weekend. And it did the same thing that it did that time. But for some reason, I drove it to church on Sunday morning. And on the way home, it did fine. So the temperature gauge went back to normal, no issue. So I don't know what's going on with it, but I just topped it off with antifreeze and put a little oil in it, topped off the brake fluid, and we're going to start this thing up here in a little while and let it get hot and make sure that the thermostat works and everything, the fans kick on, everything does what it's supposed to do. But in the meantime, let's get back to work on these brake drums. All right, let's go get this one painted. All right, guys, so I'm about ready to paint a door panel. I previously have already sanded these and cleaned them. And wanted to start with a new can of paint. This is very odd. So we're going to shake this up and we are going to check it. But it says Shadow Blue right there. It's got a black cap on it. Maybe they just ran out of blue caps. So we're going to check it maybe on the back side of this panel and see what it's like after I get it all shook up. Alright, let's see what we got. We've got blue. Okay, so that's odd, but we'll go ahead and get these two door panels painted. Alright, we've got a nice first coat on, nice thin layer. Second one is the driver's side. So this is the passenger side, the second one's the driver's side, and it is in much worse shape because it gets dinged up the most. So we're going to set this one out of the way somewhere. Here is the driver's side panel. and it is in much worse shape than the passenger side. Passenger side wasn't hardly nicked up at all. This one has had a lot of scratches in this area, a lot in here, some around here from, you know, keys, me hitting it. I mean, I'm in the truck a lot, so passenger side don't get a lot of traffic. So I have done a lot more sanding on this one. It's going to take a lot more paint to cover this one. I'm no professional. I probably don't prep things the way I should. I know I don't prep things the way I should. They probably do a little better if I did. And I probably don't clean them quite as good or sand them quite as good as they should be. But I'm not building a show truck either. I'm just building something that's nice to drive in, it's comfortable, and looks good. And that's why for this show, it's getting this SEM color coat to touch these door panels up and dash until we can get the right panels. So here we go. See how this one goes. All right, that's a good first coat for that one. We'll let that dry. This one's probably going to take about 3 coats. I think the other one's only going to take 2. It may take more than that. See what happens. I am going to get the fan on these because it is pretty humid, and I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like the fan sometimes help when it's humid for these to dry without bubbling. So I'm gonna get the fan on them and let them dry for a little bit while we work on the A pillars. The A pillars cracked, so I need to put them back together. Probably gonna have to glue them. So I'm gonna get those back together, work on them a little bit while these dry, and then we'll hit them with some more paint. All right, passenger side panel coat number 2. All right, so I'm going to get this truck closed up before it starts pouring down rain. All right, guys, now we are 1 day away from Holley Ford Fest, and prep is still going on. We got a lot of work to do tonight to be ready to head out of here in the morning. I know I didn't really end last night because the storms that I mentioned, they rode in really quick. The rain came down really hard, and I had a lot of stuff out here around the Bullnose where we were still working. But we got the whole crew out here tonight. They're doing some work on the Mustang. We had a little problem creep up with it last weekend, and Zach's trying to get that taken care of today while I am working on the interior of the Bullnose. So the dash is painted now, which turned out really well, and I'm about ready to start putting the interior back together. And I can't wait to see how that's going to turn out. I'm pretty excited about it. But we got a lot of work to do. I'm not stressed because it is what it is. If we don't get everything perfect, it don't matter. These aren't show cars. These are just fun cars. So we got a lot to do. We're going to get after it. And I'll probably show y'all some bits and pieces here and there as we move through the evening. All right, we are making some progress. Zach thinks he's got the issue on the Cobra fixed. We've been having a slight overheating issue. I don't know if I said that yet or not, but it overheated on me on Sunday, and he thinks he's got it fixed, so they're going to take it out for a test drive, and hopefully they don't do nothing stupid.
Hey guys, Zach coming at you here. I just installed the dash back on. Now this is not the dash cap that's actually going to stay in the truck. This is actually the old one. As you can see, it still has a crack there. But this is when we got to run for Ford Fest because parts don't come in time, and when they do, they're wrong. So that's what we've been dealing with. It's been a struggle bus with parts being wrong or wrong color or just things like that. So we're kind of having to run with some of the things we have already had in the truck. But yeah, let's go see what Dad is doing over here. There's the Pinto that sadly is not going to make it. What you got going on over here?
I'm getting the door panels put together, getting the rubber back on them and the armrest on them so that we can install them. We're going to throw the newly covered seat in first.
Have you shown the newly covered seat?
Not yet. We're going to wait until we get the whole interior done.
Have you shown the wheels yet?
Haven't showed any of that yet.
Okay. So
we're going to do a little reveal here tomorrow morning once everything's complete.
Okay. See, I'm late to the recording. I just decided to pick the camera up, so I don't really know what's been said and what hasn't.
Yeah, so no, I have not showed any of that because I'm going to wait until tomorrow morning.
Okay, well, hopefully me walking over to you, I didn't accidentally peep the seat or the wheels.
It may have peeped the wheels or the seat, either one, but that's okay.
It's all right. But yeah, here's what we got going on here. This looks clean. The color came out well. I like it.
Came out real well. I'm trying to not scratch it. It's difficult.
Yeah.
But it's...
You know, at the end of the day, it's still a farm truck hot rod. So, I mean, little imperfections here and there really don't matter too much, right?
That's exactly right. It's not a show truck. I keep saying that.
Yeah. We want it to look like it a little bit, but...
Well, we want it to look good.
Yeah.
But I'm not concerned about the little stuff. I drive this truck everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's going to get scratched and dent and dinged, and that's the good thing about it. We can throw plywood in it. We can haul bushes in it. If we're going to plant, whatever, you know, and still take it out to a cruising or a car show. So. Which
I will say, the Suburban's kind of became the workhorse as of late.
It has become the workhorse, and it's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't going to lie. It's a good one.
Yeah, well. So. All right, well, we'll pick the camera back up either before the night's over or in the morning to show you the reveal.
Before the night's over, call it a night, and then
show you the reveal.
We'll do a big reveal in the morning as we head to Holley Ford Fest.
Yep. See you then.
All right, guys, we're about to wrap the night up, but we got the interior back together on the Bullnose. So here's a little glimpse in the dark. You can't see it real well, but it all went together really well. It matches the seat really well. I'm really excited about it. I'm tired.
It's the first look of the seat, ain't it?
It is the first look of the seat.
But you can't see it too well. We'll get a good video in the morning when we head out. But
yeah, we get ready to head out for Ford Fest. We will show you guys, but it's turned out really well for a quick just redo of the interior. All right, guys, we are on our way to Holley Ford Fest. On our way to Old Party, we stopped at Zach's favorite gas station, Racetrack. But on our way to Ford Fest, we stopped at my favorite gas station. And this is one of the reasons why. Fried bologna and egg and cheese sandwich, guys. You can't beat that for an awesome breakfast. So that's why I stopped at 5 Star. And they got clean bathrooms. So that's a double win. That's what we're having for breakfast on our way to Ford Fest. Fried bologna, my favorite. We are on our way to Holley Ford Fest in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I am super pumped this year because we've made some changes to the truck. Zach, are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm excited for y'all to see the changes because, I mean, it's only a couple of things, to be honest, but it's huge.
It changes the look of the truck. It
transforms the truck completely.
Yeah.
But yeah, after a week of procrastinated work, that we finally got done on a couple cars.
Because we only started 1 week ago.
Yeah, and we tend to do that every single year. We usually start about 2 weeks in advance, and this week we started 1 week because we had less work. So
yeah,
still ended up working up until like the end of the night last night.
Yeah, it was close to midnight. So, but I do want to say before I want to show you guys what we've done to the truck. But before we do that, I do want to say that the Pinto is not making it. As you can see back there, we've got the Cobra. I had issues with missing brake parts, and we were down to 2 days for Ford Fest, which you guys saw previously in this video. Me doing some of the prep and Zach doing some of the prep. I talked about that and what was going on with the Pinto. So the Pinto didn't get to come, and I hate it because we talked about it for months, but I pushed it off too long, and we were so busy. I just did not have enough time to round up everything. Let's not hold them, let them hang any longer. Let's show them what we've done. Guys, I already showed you all some of the work we were doing on the interior panels of the truck, so you knew that was going down. But anyway, we're going to show you all what the final product looks like, and the one thing that you all haven't seen, and that's probably the thing that changes the whole look of this truck.
Yeah.
So let's show them that. I'm really pleased with them. I didn't think that I would be, but I was ready for something different. I've been running the Steelies for 6 years, and in 2 different variations of Steely, one a smoothie and then one a factory steel. And I was ready for something different, so this is what I went with. I could have, there was a lot of other options, but in the end, I kept it classic.
Thing is this truck has been running the exact same look for, like, same lowered with the Steelies, like that same 17-inch Steely look for what, 3 years at least?
3 years with the 17s,
yeah.
And then I had it lowered with 15s for 2 years prior to that too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's literally been on the same look for 6 years.
Yeah. Same hubcaps.
Yeah. Everything has been the same for like 6 years. We did a slight change for the cruise in with different hubcaps in the topper.
Yeah, and Power Tour, I ran those.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, I mean, this thing hasn't changed a bit. So
the topper will go back on. We're going to be taking a long trip in this that you guys are going to see soon, what we're doing, and the topper will go back on for that. Well, let's check out this interior, Zach. Finished interior, and the seat turned out amazing. So this is the factory seat. Well, it's not actually factory. It came out of your F100.
yeah, it did.
But it's still an F100, Bullnose F100 seat, factory seat. And we had our Amish brother cover this for us. And man, did he do an awesome job. The stitching looks amazing. The material is awesome. It just came out so good. And then the paint we chose for the panels and for the dash and everything came out really good. That is not the final dash cap. So
yeah, I went over that with them at the end of last night, our work last night.
okay, so yeah, we're gonna have another dash cap coming. So
yep.
But we had to go with the old one that has been wrinkled up and warped by the garage fire, but we had to roll with it. So
I mean, Ford Fest came little quick, came up on us quick this year.
Did.
So
it did.
We had to do what we could with what we had.
And like I showed earlier, guys, we weren't even planning on painting these panels. We were planning on just swapping panels out, and these panels turned out so good. I don't even know when the new ones come in, if they are right, if I'm going to keep them.
Yeah.
So
everything matches well.
Yeah, it turned out really good. We're going to get on down the road because we started super late, but we decided to take our time. We had a late night, decided to take our time, and we're going to get on down there and enjoy this beautiful weather. It's only supposed to be like 80 degrees here today.
It's going to be nice.
So it's going to be nice. So we're going to cruise on down 31W to Beach Bend.